Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
Oh my god! It's too damn early for this shit! Leave me alone!
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay, I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god! It's too damn early for this shit! Leave me alone!
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
Look at that. Is she in love with him? She's running away from him. So, these are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. It is the 23rd of November, the day before Thanksgiving. And my Thanksgiving's already fucked. Mr. Perry made sure he did that. Anything good, anything I like, anything that should be pleasant, he will ruin it. And he's already ruined my Thanksgiving. So everybody else is going to be sitting in front of a roaring fire, laughing and joking with their family, eating all kinds of food. You know what I'm going to do? I'm lucky I got a hotel room. I should have been able to do my laundry. I had everything planned where I could do my laundry and be sitting on Thanksgiving in at least some clean PJs and enjoying a little bit of food, eggnog, maybe a Christmas candle, and finish up some homework and have a nice day. And he already ruined it. So last night I'm gonna work and they jammed up my cell phone all night, so I couldn't get any work done. Everybody was pissed. My guys are sitting there watching it, they're cussing, they're throwing things. They're pissed, Calvin. They're pissed at you. You and Cuckoo Bird here. Both of you. So, I didn't make anything. So then I get up today, and they pestered me all day again today. Come, Perry's typing in my phone. Just come, I'm here with the ring. Come, I'm here with the ring. What if he's telling her that? Can you imagine how weirdo that seems? Fucking weirdo. I don't like you. Go the fuck away. Leave me alone. Where did me moving twice to get away from you, 11 attempts at a protective order that you buy your way out of, 13 years of rejection, there's not even been a date, and we get all the stuff that's going on with your whole criminal organization like nobody's gotten before. What out of that made you think I wanted a ring? Does Jacqueline know you came up to Oklahoma on a Thanksgiving with a fucking ring for a woman who can't stand you? I mean, come on with that. So I'm like, what in the hell? He's typing in my phone. I figured out who it is. I found him. Nope, I don't want that, and you didn't. I mean, we're just like, you are something. So they jammed up my cell phone, so I didn't make anything last night. I worked 4 hours and made nothing. 4 hours. They jammed up my cell phone, so I couldn't make anything. Today, it's something similar to typing in my phone and pestered me and pestered me and pestered me and pestered me. And then we hear them talking. Did we get the ace in the hole? And that means, did they get me all subjected and subdued to be kidnapped and trafficked? Perry thinks he's bait. I got a ring. I'm here and I got a ring. I mean, I'm repulsed by you. So you're not bait. You're not bait, weirdo. And so now I have everything's closed. I don't have shit. I didn't get to do my laundry. I'm gonna sit there in my dirty PJs, and no candle, no food. I have a chicken and some broccoli because 4 hours last night when I could have made some pretty good money. I should have made good money. They jammed up my cell phone all night long. So my guys are pissed. So when we get that, you guys just said, did we not get the ace in the hole? That's it right there. That's why. Everybody's sick and tired of watching you put me through that. Should have been, first of all, everybody else is in front of a roaring fire with all kinds of food and pies and shit. I got my little chicken and a piece of broccoli. I don't even have enough money to buy bottled water. Everybody knows I drink bottled water. I don't have enough money for a Dr. Pepper. I don't have enough money for eggnog. I don't have enough money. Little things, simple things, laundry. Most people take for granted. You deprived me of that on a holiday. So now everybody's very, very, very angry at you two. So when we quote you, that's why, right there, you asked for it. They're mad. My guys are mad. My guys are furious. They said make sure they both know they will pay for that. They will pay for it. ruined my day again. They said that they get told that all the time. Why are you, what's taking you guys so long? Why are you letting them do this to her? We're all tired of watching this. It's awful. It's horrible to watch what they're putting her through. That Calvin guy's a bitch. Charles, everybody knows he's a bitch. And we're all tired of this. Why can't they just leave her the fuck alone? You know, Mr. Perry goes around, I'm gonna sell her. I sold you. Just come. You have a nice house and a nice car, an expense account. You have whatever you want. Right, and then you're gonna bring your 20 buddies in. I gotta suck their dick for them and not complain. See, you don't tell everybody the other part of human trafficking. You think I was born yesterday? You guys forget that I'm the one involved in catching your crime like has not been done before. I have help you can't get to, and I don't care how many times you think you found them, you didn't. Until they're at your front door with handcuffs, you're not going to find them. And they may do a raid first. Calvin, on you. All your properties, everybody. But you're going to leave me the fuck alone. So you pissed everybody off because you've ruined my holiday already. 4 hours last night should have made enough money for me to get my laundry done today, get a few groceries to eat for Thanksgiving, sit there in my clean PJs, not dirty PJs, and have a nice Christmas candle and enjoy my day. And you ruined it. So now everybody's pissed. So yeah, when you're going around, did you get the ace in the hole yet? No. That's why right there, you asked for it. When you did that last night, and you fucked up my day. Anything good, you fuck it up. Everything I worked for, you threw it in the trash. So I'm not at my apartment where I had a roaring fire last year. My ex-husband came and we ate a pretty good dinner. That's all fucked up. So now when people have turned against you because you do shit like that to me. It's all a bunch of felonies, Charles. It's not romantic. It's not sexy. It's bad. It's nasty, sir. So we can get information and you can't. You don't know who helped me. You don't know who's helping me. You didn't find them. You won't until they're at your front door. And it'll be too late. All of you. So we heard you. Did you get the ace in the hole yet? Nope. Nope, we didn't. You know why? You know why we heard that? And you know why you didn't? Because no one wants that. No one wants that. This is heinous crime. And everybody's sick and tired of it. And our guys are getting a lot of pressure to hurry up and put you in jail. So I don't have another ruined Thanksgiving. And I get to sit in front of a roaring fire with people in my life that I love and that I want to be with. And eat plenty of food. And not have to take the last pickings off a chicken. And here's my broccoli. I should have been able to buy plenty of food today. Guess what? Now all the stores are closed. You stupid little fuck. So I should have made enough last night to go shopping today. Get my laundry done. Do a few more dashes and go home. A few more Uber Eats or whatever I decide to do on any given day. And go home and relax. And then go back to work on Friday. And you ruined all that. You ruined it. So everybody's mad at you. Very, very angry at y'all. So we can get what you just said. It's like that every day. And the repeat. I didn't say I want a ring, did I? I said leave me the fuck alone. Everybody's sick of you taking everything good and ruining it for me. Anything I like, you take it. Anything good, you fuck it up. And everybody's had enough of it. So we can get information, and you can't. And you didn't find anything, you little stupid. But we got what you just said, again, today. So here's the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court yet. Apply the but-for legal standard. But for Mr. Perry committing one felony after another felony after another felony against me. Day after day after day. And his buddy Calvin here. Calvin's an asshole. Calvin, I understand, I've been told, is bald and fat. And an asshole, and people hate him. That he's been a bully around here for a long time. And everybody's sick of it. And David too. David Robertson too. So, we don't have any problems getting information. They do. Apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard, and we assert our constitutional rights. We shouldn't have to, we just have them. So my holiday is already fucked. The whole day's ruined. So, there's a lot of people very, very irate about it, sir. I have the legal right to my privacy. I have the legal right to my money. And you don't have the right to do fuck to mess with it. Can you imagine having to deal with this all day? Nobody will also understand what this means, but Mr. Perry will know exactly what this means. If you have to live with this all day. I poke a beep. Why don't you like me? I poke a beep. Why don't you like me? Can you imagine having to deal with that all fucking day long? Yep. Nobody else is going to understand that, but he will. And I have to deal with it all fucking day long. Tonight, I'm trying to text a customer about something. And he's texting in my phone over my typing. I found him. I figured it out. That's not what I want. What I want for you to do is get the fuck out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. No one's dropping hints for you. No one's helping you. It's like this is Earth, but you sit around and tell yourself all day that it's Mars and actually believe that it is. You can do that. It doesn't make Earth Mars. It makes Earth Earth, and you're delusional and stupid. I don't like you. I'm not trying to help you. I'm trying to make sure you go to jail so I can have a nice Thanksgiving and you're not around to fuck it up. So that I can have a nice day at work and you're not around to fuck it up. I can get whatever job I want to get. I apply at I walk into Walgreens and I'm door dashing. It's in the middle of the night. And I walk in and the lady's like explaining why they're shorthanded. We're having a hard time finding people to work at this time of night. We're desperate to find somebody to come in here and work. And I looked at her and I go, I'll do it. And she goes, you don't mind working all night? And I go, no, I love working all night. I've been dancing for 6 years. I'm used to working all night. I prefer it. And she goes, oh my gosh, I'm going to text my manager. We are so desperate to find people. I said, okay. So she goes, please go online and apply. So I did. Immediately, I get a letter back. We don't want to hire you. We decided on somebody else. Wow, that's funny because I was just there and your fucking retail clerk said they're desperate to find somebody. But you fucked that up, didn't you? You fucked it up. You always fuck up anything I try to do, anything good, and that's why we can get information, and our guys are getting a lot of questions. Why is he doing this to her, and what's taking y'all so long? We're tired of him ruining everything she tries to do. Taking everything she has. What is wrong with him? Right? That's the big question. Why is he doing that to her? So when we quote you, you pissed people off. They ranted. And so we got more. It's been that way every day for 7 years. That's what we're mad that you haven't figured out. Is how pissed off everybody's at you. Calvin, David, Charles. That's what we're pissed off. That you can't figure out that when you're mean to people, they're not going to like you. When you're creepy, they're not going to like you. When you do things they've asked you to stop, they're not going to like you. They're going to talk. We can get information and you can't. You can't figure out the cause and effect. That's why everybody's mad at you. You can't figure out that it's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. That's why everybody's mad at you. Everybody's mad at you because you can't figure out, nobody likes your cruelty. Not that you can't figure out who's helping me. Everybody loves the guys helping me. They hate you people. Did we not get the ace in the hole yet? No. We heard that because everybody's sick of this. You're ruining everything. And invading my privacy. It's rape. You don't have a date. You have a felony. You fucked hard. You embarrassed the hell out of me. You're weirdo. You're weirdo. Where's Jacqueline? Does she know you're up here with a ring? My God, you really thought that would make me go, what'd you think that would do? I hate your guts. You're not bait. You're repulsive to me. I don't want your ring. I want you gone. Everybody wants for you to be gone. That's what people are mad about, that you don't get it. Everybody's sick and tired of this. You fucking ruined my day tomorrow. Already. Hadn't even started yet. Hadn't even started yet. Everybody else is going to be out happy with their family in front of a nice fire, watching football, eating all kinds of food. And I'm going to be at home in my stinky fucking dirty pajamas. With no Christmas scent, no picking off the last bit of my chicken and my broccoli. Thanks for that. You are a piece of shit. You're a lousy piece of shit. Everybody's sick of this, Charles. Everybody's sick of you ruining anything and everything good. Whether it be teeny tiny little something everybody else takes for granted, or a big thing that's like a job that's really important, or that might help me in a lot of different ways. I don't have any big aspirations to work at Walgreens, but it's better than what I'm doing now. You can't fuck with it. Except you did, didn't you? And that's why nobody wants you here, Calvin. We can get what you just said, and you can't seem to get that, why that is. Nobody wants you here. I came here to get away from you and be with my family, Charles. I didn't invite you here, and ever since you've been here, you've been done nothing but ruin and cause problems. Nobody wants you here. You're the one getting told on. You're the one asking who's helping me. You're the one asking who the leaks are. You're the hated one, you fuck. You are hated. You're the hated one. Why don't you get that? See, we repeat it every day like this.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
What do you want?
I don't want to pay for this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Stepdad's been raping you since
Leave
you
me
were 12
alone.
years old.
Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
Alright, so all the stuff that we can get, like people's names from inside your criminal organization, Sanjay loves you right now because we got his name. He's worried. We got Calvin's name, Bald Fat Calvin. We got Geppetto, your witch. We got Lucius. We got Monique, Sanjay, Blankenship, Desiree. All those names, those people are either in your crime organization or have had some input, good or bad. Who's Monique? Who is she, Charles? Why don't you tell everybody who is Monique? How did you meet Calvin and Lucius? Who are those people to you? So when we get inside information like that, it's because everybody's sick of you and wants you gone. What guys do you need to put them in jail so they're gone? And they can't ruin her day, or her job, or everything she tries to do, even one more time. Or sit there and pester her, and torment, and bother, and pester, and butt in, and bother all fucking day. Not one more time. What do you need? Here's what they just said. Did we get the ace in the hole yet? Yep. Because you pissed everybody off ruining my day. Again. I had a job, but it was waiting tables. So if it's a job that they can affect my money, we'll send all our guys in and do what we did at the strip club. Make sure she runs her ass off and doesn't make any tips. So, but if it's a, you know, like a set amount, she just doesn't get the job. So when you did that, David and Charles, it pissed everybody off. When you contact Upworks and Amazon and fuck up my writing, we get more. So all this stuff, you know, there's a lot here that we, you know, where we quoted you. All of this is inside your criminal organization. It came from you, right inside your meetings, where you're planning felony after felony after felony. We got all that because you pissed people off, ruining my day, taking my home, taking my car, wrecking my car, right? Making it where I can't pay bills on time. People want you gone. Calvin, Charles, David, Poke and Peep and Pink Penny. Yeah, that's your guys. I'm quoting your guy, Princess. Trans over. There's nothing illegal about being a trans. There's nothing wrong with being trans or gay. It is wrong when that's used as your crime cause. That's a motivation. What motivates your sick mind to do what it does and ruin people's day. And peep. And hack. And bother. and stalk and harass and take money that doesn't belong to you and ruin everything. David, you're gonna get 24 hours to fix Amazon, Upworks, and all those people you called, bank drafts you fucked up. You got 24 hours to fix it. And I promise you, if you don't fix it beforehand, before they show up at your front door, you too, Charles, you too, Calvin, y'all got 24 hours to fix everything you broke. And if you don't, it's fine. Don't complain about what they do to you when you don't do that. Don't complain about it. You understand? Legal process stuff. Don't complain about it. You're asking for it. And we got all this. This is quotes from your internal, let's commit a felony. Here's how, and detailed specific information. Because somebody got pissed off and disturbed and upset by what you were talking about doing to me. So we got information. Somebody asked about it. Is it? All of these, David. You ever been quoted this much, David, Calvin? When you're planning a crime? Huh? Trying to take somebody's home and car? See, domestic violence offenders do that. DVIS set up a RIDE program because little violent offender fucktards like yourself take women's car. They always go at the car. Yeah. It's a felony to do that, by the way. And a lot of people are complaining. Why aren't they in jail yet? Our guys are getting that complaint. Fuck the locals. They're not doing it. Y'all are doing the work. But when are you going to make an arrest? We're tired of watching this. This is awful. Everything that girl tries to do, they ruin it. Everything good, they take it. We're tired of watching that. When are you going to arrest them? So they got a system and a method. Maybe they'll do a raid first. Who said this? We've got one in Tulsa, one of our victims of crime, trafficking. And we need to get her back into Texas so we can do more to her. So we're going to take her home away. That's that right there. Here's how we get her kicked out. So I don't have an apartment in front of a roaring fire like I used to, like I did last year. An oven to cook something. I don't even have food this year. I'm going to pick the last of the chicken and eat a couple of pieces of leftover broccoli, and that's all I have for the holiday. I don't have clean clothes. I got nothing. You ruined it. Now everybody's mad. So when you sit there and go, did we not get the ace in the hole? That's why that happened right there. It happens every day. It has for 7 years. That you're seeing things you've not seen before. When he pesters her and takes her money, things do not go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. And that's what you don't get that makes everybody mad. That right there. That you're that fucktard. That you keep going right back at it. Dog to his vomit. So sure enough, she tried. That was the first attempt. And then once COVID moratorium was over, they tried again and succeeded. So now, once in a while, I can afford a hotel. Most of the time, for the past 4 months, I've been sleeping in my car. I've been sleeping in my car. I'll go days without food. So when we quote you, it's because everybody's mad about it. They're not mad that you can't figure out who's keeping me alive and who's telling me what you just said. That's not what's making them mad. Not making me mad. I don't want you to know stuff like that. They're mad because you're making me broke and ruining everything I try to do. And everything good, you take it and ruin it and fuck it up. If it's fun, you make it unfun. And that you can't figure out that that's upsetting everybody to watch you put me through that. I'm not going to be trafficked. I'm not going to go suck your buddy's dick. Okay? Not going to happen. I will kick the fuck out of him first and end up eating out of a dumpster anyway. Why not do it here? Why not do it here? I'm not going to Houston to do it. Your bait isn't bait, sir. And you're not smart enough to figure that out by now. You don't know me at all. Let me tell you what just happened. Here's me. Here's how I am. Charles doesn't know me. Charles is fucktard. Charles is pissing people off with the fucktard. Okay, so I go to Cheesecake Factory, which normally is probably one of the best, most efficient restaurant in town. As far as DoorDashing goes, it has very good orders as far as money goes. And you walk in, they got a very efficient system. They're very friendly people. They get you your order, you're out the door. You don't usually have to wait. Everything's usually done correctly. It's very, very professional. Tonight was a whole different thing. They had a guy in there I've not seen in there before. I had never dealt with him before. I don't know who he was, but he was an asshole. And Mr. Perry, I asked you not to contact me, didn't I? When we quote you, just like this right here, we're quoting you guys. Did we not get the ace in the hole yet? No, you didn't. When we quote you, it's because you're contacting me and I've asked you to stop, and you're doing it anyways, and everybody's pissed. You ruined my day, you took my money, everybody's pissed. We're frustrated because you can't figure that out yet. That when you contact me, when you take my money, everybody gets pissed. You really need to learn how to control yourself. You have nothing to say that I want to hear. Please shut up. You have nothing to offer me that I want. You've got a big house in Houston and an expense account and a car for me and all that, and I get it. But I'd have to suck your buddies' dicks, and I'm not going to do that. Thank you. I'm not going to be trafficked. And the more you pressure me and coerce and sit around and figure out how to do the next felony, and we get more until your arrest. And the more we get, the easier it's going to be to get a conviction, don't you think? The fact that you can't figure all that out is why everybody's mad at you. No one wants you to figure out who these guys are. When they're ready for you to know, they'll be at your front door. They'll introduce themselves. Okay? Not before. There's a reason they're doing things the way they're doing them. Nobody owes you a fucking explanation about it, do they? Nope, they don't. Alright, so sure enough, she tried to do it. This is before. This is after. This is on the 9th of February. This is on the 15th of February. We always get the information before. That's never happened to y'all before. It is now, though. And we get more. The more you contact me, the more you peep on me, the more my privacy is robbed, the more days of mine you fuck up and jobs and so forth. And the longer I'm broken, the longer Mike Neely's in jail, the more we get. And the more we get, the easier it's going to be to get a conviction. And you got to pay your attorneys billable hours to sit there and look through it all. Both now and at your criminal trial. And then they'll have to try to suppress what they can. So, is it really worth it, Mr. Calvin? Jean Mitchell wanted to know, how does she know my legal argument before I made it? She texted me and told me not to do it, and I did. It's right here. This was October. The trial wasn't until March of the following year. He represented Mike Neely. The Mike you tried to kill, and he didn't die, so you did a false arrest and a frame-up. He's a cop. That pissed off a lot of cops. I don't know what the deal is with TPD. I don't care. You know, my attitude is, you're going to do your job right or get out of my way because I'm going to do it for you. I already am. I told him that. I can't, I could sue you. You gave my police report to the offender who then obstructed justice and destroyed my evidence of attempted murder. That's not protocol. That's not called law enforcement. I don't know what the hell that was. I could sue you though, and I'm not gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how you catch a bad guy, a really, really, really bad guy. I'm gonna out-cop you. So you can help or get out of my way. I really don't care. I'm going to do it either way. And I have been ever since. Right, Richard? Yep. See, we know who you are. I'm telling the Florida State's attorney in March 2020. Mike didn't do this. He got the wrong guy. He was drugged. Sure as shit. They hadn't even taken depositions yet. The attorneys didn't even know yet. Mike couldn't remember anything. Gene can ask his client all he wants. What happened? He didn't know. He had no idea what happened. But he did. So how did I know? I emailed him and told him. The Florida State's attorney got the wrong guy. He's a cop. And sure shit we gave him Narcan because he was overdosed with drugs. That's what I said. I did say that beforehand. So how do we get this information? And who's getting it isn't what we want you to know. What we want you to know is when you hurt me, when you cause me any kind of loss at all, when you bother me all fucking day, when you rob me of my privacy and ruin my days and shit and jobs, we get more because everybody's mad about it. You're getting told on. People want you gone. They don't want you here. Nobody invited you here. I came here to get away from you and all that kind of drama. I have family here. I've lived here before. You aren't invited here. You have family in Lubbock. Go be with your own family. Fuck up their lives. And leave us alone. Don't you have grandkids? I have a grandkid. My kids are a lot younger than your kids. Surely you got grandkids you could be spending time with instead of coming up here fucking offering a ring thinking that'll be, oh sure, oh yeah, bait. You are the ugliest, most repulsive piece of trash I've ever met in my life. You are not bait. And your little deal, your little freaky Jason house in Houston is not attractive. Yeah, you can have whatever you want as long as you'll suck everybody's dick. That's what trafficking is. That's what human trafficking is, sex trafficking. You think I don't know that? If I know this, you think I don't know? You're off your nut. You are off your nut. You really are crazy. So I go to Cheesecake Factory tonight. And I go in there, and I go in, the food's not ready. Well, that's unusual. It's usually ready. The guy comes up and he's like, we don't have it ready because we're out of such and such pie that this lady wants. And I go, oh, okay, let me let her know. And see if she wants a substitute. And he says, the girl that was helping me said, sure, that's fine. And so she's waiting for me to get in touch with the customer. The customer finally gets back to me and says, I want, XYZ substitute. I tell the guy, the manager now is coming over, looking into it, and he goes, I can't do it. And I looked at him and I go, what? I can't substitute. I go, yes, you can. If you can't, you're the only fucking restaurant in all of town. They can't. Everyone else can. Why can't you? He starts yelling at me. I can't do it. She's got to call him. Da la la. On and on and on and on. And just ripped me. Boy. Now, usually, if there's a problem like that, I'll unassign it. I don't have time for this. I'll go into another order. This is drama. I don't have time for drama. Time is money in this business. So I'll unassign it and I'm done. Bye. This one pissed me off. And I'm thinking, this woman is going to get her fucking cake. And I'm not leaving until she fucking gets her cake. It's a damn piece of cake. Go get the cake. Whatever she wants. It's your responsibility to have your menu items in stock. If you ran out, that's your problem. You substitute it. You make sure she gets something. Don't you tell me she's got to go through all the trouble. She's got to call the DoorDash people and tell them they're out of my food. I want you to substitute my food. Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. If you're the customer, do you want to go through all that trouble? Or do you want the restaurant to be kind enough to give you a substitute and send you on here and get me my dinner? Send the dasher with my food, please. So me and the manager are yelling back and forth, and he's yelling at me. I can't do it. And we started DoorDash, and I'm like, listen, I don't even care about that. I don't give a fuck. Here's what I care about is that you got a customer waiting at home right now for her dinner. You're holding her up, the dinner up, sitting here arguing with me instead of getting a fucking piece of cake, put it in the fucking bag, and let it go. You ran out of food, the one she wanted. She's told you what else she'll take. Go get it and give it to me so I can leave. And she's not sitting at home waiting for dinner. You stupid son of a bitch. Everybody else in town does it. Why can't you? I didn't cuss at him. I didn't say stupid son of a bitch and all that stuff when I'm talking to him. All I said is every other restaurant in town simply substitutes what they're out of. So why can't you? Well, we started DoorDash. Listen, I don't care about that. What I care about is your customers at home right now waiting for dinner. You want me to ask them to go through all the trouble to call DoorDash, sit on hold, wait till they get a customer service person, explain the situation, and substitute something out when you could go back there, get the cake she wants as a substitute because you're out of what she ordered, put it in the bag, and by the time she gets off the phone with DoorDash, I could be at her house with her dinner. You're delaying her whole dinner. Nobody else in town does that. I go, sir, I've been doing this for like a year or so. I work with restaurants all over town. Everybody else just substitutes it. He's throwing a fit. I can't do it in my system, blah, blah, blah. I go, everyone else in town can. Why can't you? You're the only person to give me a hard time about it. In a year and over a year, in every fucking restaurant in town, no one else has given me a hard time about it. They simply substitute it and we all go on. It's a customer. Do you want your customer to not want to order through you anymore because you made a hassle. So, he finally stomps back, gets the cake, puts it in the bag, and I leave. 20 minutes later. So the customer's dinner is delayed 20 minutes because some dipshit didn't want to just do what everybody else does and substitute. You ran out of the food she wanted. You give her something else. And don't make her go through the trouble of calling DoorDash and sit on hold. And delay. Then we got to wait till DoorDash tells us what she wanted. Delayed her food in 20, 30 minutes. Oh my God. The hell is that? But that's my attitude. I mean, I could have just unassigned it and said, fine, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm going to the next order where I can just walk in, get the food, and leave. But that guy pissed me off so much, being a dick, that I decided this woman is going to get her fucking cake, and I'm not fucking leaving here until she does. So if you did that, Mr. Perry, you created that mess, you're going to pay for it. Okay? One way or the other, you guys pay for it, because then everybody gets all pissed off, and then we get stuff like this. Mike was drugged before anybody else said it or knew about it. And then your attorney's got to read through all that, and you pay him $350 to $500 an hour. And then when you go to criminal trial, that attorney's going to have to be paid to read through it and then try to suppress what he can. And the more of this we get, the easier it's going to be to get a conviction. I did find out I was trafficked before you actually trafficked me. Because we got stuff like, that. Yep. No other victim has that, do they? Lucius, any other victims know who you are? You have any other trafficking victims know who you are, Lucius? But I do. I know. Is the ace in the hole yet? Wow. This isn't Mars. It's Earth. You guys can sit in your little meetings and tell yourselves we live on Mars all you want. But the truth is, it's not Mars. Mars is over there somewhere. This is Earth. This is Earth. Charles, the more you contact me, the more stuff like this we get. Charles, the more you contact me and rape me and peep on me, the more stuff like this we get. And the more stuff like Mike was this we get. Every penny you take, we get more. The cause and effect is what makes everybody very angry that you can't figure it out yet. The people don't like your cruelty. You're being stopped because you won't do it by yourself like big boys. Yep. So the Cheesecake Factory guy, I mean, remember this deal I was like, yeah, I would never do patrol. I can't handle he went over here, and then she went over there, and then he slapped her, and then she slapped him, and then he kicked her teeth, and then she kicked his teeth, and then she had to run down the street and get her teeth, and then she picked her teeth up, and then she put them back in her mouth, and then she slapped him, and then he slapped her, and then they kick each other, and then we all went to Taco Bell, and then we ordered 5 tacos, and we get home, and there's only 3. And that's why we called you, officer, because Taco Bell stole my money. I ordered 5 tacos, and they only gave me 3. All this other stuff they could have called, and they call over that. Anyways, it was like that. It was getting heated. TPD, they got Cheesecake Factory stealing the cheesecake. No, I'm kidding, but I mean, it was getting pretty heated. My conversation with that man, I didn't cuss him out, but I was telling him, listen, every other restaurant can service a customer. Why can't you? This is your customer. I'm just here to take the food over, and you need to service your customer who's right now sitting at home waiting for dinner while you sit here and argue with me. Yeah, don't cry because I asked you to do your fucking job. Don't. No one feels sorry for you. It's your responsibility to have your stuff. If you don't have your stuff, you got some other stuff the customer will take, then give them that stuff. But don't sit here and complain at me because I'm asking you to do your damn job. I'm here doing mine. Why can't you do yours? No other restaurant's ever done that. They'll usually well, speaking of Taco Bell, I mean, they'll say, tell the customer we're out of blah, 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 see if they want a substitute. So I'll call them, they're out of blah, blah, blah. Yep, they want this. And it's a substitute. It's easy. There's bing, bang, boom, they're done. We're out the door. That guy took up 20 minutes of his customer's time and mine. So, I mean, it's just like, golly. Cheesecake Factory's trying to steal a cheesecake. Call TPD. Actually, they almost had to call crisis management to get the man to calm down. He was all upset because I wanted him to do his damn job. Alright, so, yep, this is a judge we're quoting. Yep. Right around the same time, let's get her kicked out of her home on smoking because it's a COVID moratorium. We can't do it on money. We could take all her money so she can't pay her bill, which is what they ended up doing. Or, get some Thanksgiving dinner. And a little eggnog. So what we'll do is we'll take, the judge told you, leave her alone so I can rule out provocation and entrapment. Because you're coming to my courtroom complaining that she's harassing you, and it really looks like you're harassing her and she's just talking about it. Is what it looks like to me. So I'm going to have to rule out that you're provoking this. Because I think if you'd leave her alone, it would get quiet. She wouldn't have anything else to tell. If you're not doing things to her in Oklahoma, where you weren't invited, and you don't live. So, this right here came from a judge, didn't it? Judge Kirkendall, I think? Yeah. If they can get that, Calvin, and you're not shitting yourself, you're not all there. Yeah, it's different when you do it to me. And then if you wreck my cars, all my cars, take taillights out to have me pulled over. That was out tonight. You were supposed to have me pulled over, but I didn't go the way you wanted me to go. So the ace wasn't in the hole. Is that what happened? Yeah, it's different when you do it to me. The frustration is that you can't figure that out yet. Why is it different when you do it to me? Huh? Like, just because you bought one PD doesn't mean you bought them all. That was Matt Powell. Can we get her whereabouts yet? Constantly call up here. Can we get Ms. Ortiz's whereabouts? Do we not have an address for her yet? Constantly with this twangy hillbilly. Yep, people taking pictures. All this stuff, sir, that we've collected over the years. A lot of stuff that you said in your private little meetings when you're planning one felony after another felony after another felony. A lot of pullovers. Can we get XYZ PD to pull her over? I need the information on her car. Pull her over, get the plates, get the make and model, and call me with it. I'm a stalker that does sex trafficking too. Yep. But you're caught when you do it to me. Right? Because you got a lot of victims. You thought you were going to come to me and go, oh, I've got this beautiful house in Houston. And an expense account and a new car. You're going to have to suck 20 of my buddies' dicks every day. Or I'll have you eaten out of a dumpster. That's what sex trafficking and human trafficking is. Isn't it? I said what opened this case was the deprivation of shelter and food. That's what got it open. Somebody saw what you were doing. Because you broadcast it on that dark web. Everybody saw it. That was what Lucky complained about. He wants us to pull her over to give him information from our car. Yep. I got that in jail. It's not your name on that. You're the butt-in. But while I'm trying to tell the customer, I'm trying to get your cheesecake from fucking Cheesecake Factory. I'm having a hard time. I'm sorry for the delay. It's taking my time. Perry's typing in. Over my typing. I figured out who it is. I found him. And I'm like, oh my God. First of all, I don't want that. I want for you to be gone. So I can have a good holiday and you not ruin it. So I can do the whatever career I choose to do and you not ruin it and fuck it up. So I can have my privacy back and I'm never going to be broke again. I will never be broke again. That's what I want. I don't want you to find them. First of all. Second of all, no, you didn't. Our frustration with you, Mr. Perry, is not that you can't figure out who they are. Our frustration with them is that you can't figure out that people hate your guts and want you gone. Because everybody's sick and tired of this and your cruelty. You are one cruel piece of shit. You are absolutely a piece of trash that everybody's sick of. You too, Calvin. You too, David. Everybody hates you guys. Charles, I didn't invite you here and you don't live here. You live in Lubbock. Where's your grandkids? Where's your kids when you come up here and fuck with me? And you sit around all day and you bother me and bother and bother and bother and bother and threaten and harass and threaten and harass and threaten and harass. Huh? How many times did you call TPD today and ask them to pull me over, or was it OHP today? Which one got picked? Was it Oklahoma Highway Patrol? Was that the ones you wanted to pull me over today? Yeah, it's been Broken Arrow's been asked, TPD's been asked, Manfred's been asked. Lucky got sick and tired of being asked, didn't he? Is that why you murdered him? Huh? Should we take that, these targeted pullovers, where you call them and tell them, here, she's gonna blow by now, pull her over? Should we take that as retaliation for my testimony and help with Mike? Because you tried to kill him and he didn't die, so you committed, you suborned perjury in his trial by concealing my testimony from that jury. Had they heard me, he'd be home right now, and you know it and everybody knows it. You know I was a witness on that. I'm on the witness list. Anybody can pull that up and look at it. You sent me the subpoena right there. You sent it. While you're asking, how did I know he had to be coaxed or begged to go to Pensacola, kind of like you're trying to coax me back to Texas? You act like you're talking to, forget who you're talking to. It's different when you do it to me, and it's the same every time you do it, and that is what's making people mad. You can't figure that out yet. It's been the same thing every fucking day for 7 years. McNamara email, Mr. Perry, was in 2015. Every contact that you make with me pisses me off because I asked you to stop it, didn't I? Stop it. Stop contacting me. I want my privacy back. Get out of my life. Or they'll get more until you are arrested. And the more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction. And the more you got to pay your attorney to read it all. And then again, your criminal trial. You guys pay your attorneys now to read it all. And then you're going to have to pay them again after you go to jail. And you got a criminal trial when they're prepping for your trial, don't you think? Yeah, what about this? You going to get that suppressed? Who gave that to me? Who's giving me information from you to me? You don't know. We don't want you to know. What we want you to know is everybody hates what you're doing. Please stop. When we get information, that is what that is. It's the effort to try to put a stop to what you're doing to me and these other women. Who's Monique? Huh? Who's Monique? So, if you can't get it by now, 7 years later, you really are supporting our shrink's belief that you're just mentally retarded. Something wrong with you. Why else would you keep, gosh, would you keep robbing a bank if every time you rob it, the cops are sitting there taking pictures of you, and they're going to wait till you do it 10 times, 11 times, and then they're going to put you in jail and get you on all of them? This guy robs this bank every week. So let's just sit there and let him rob it, take pictures of it, and then we'll get him on 10 counts of bank robbery. He will never go home, and we won't have to mess with this again. Something like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta let it pile up, so there's no going home. There's no digging out of that one. This was the false arrest you did to me, and you agreed to leave me alone. Lucky looked at this and said, these are not like bond conditions I've seen. This looks like a cover-up negotiation, because Charles Perry says in here, on her bond conditions, he will never contact her again. He will never contact her again. And yet he's always contacting her. And I used that to sue you for a breach of contract. And you bought your way out of that too, didn't you? I can do a motion to vacate on this one still, and I will. But why do it right now when you're just giving me more stuff? More stuff to add to show why Judge Egan was way off when she made the decision she made. You can't do res judicata, Judge Egan, unless there's been a jury trial. You know? There's a prosecutor looking at all this stuff. You knew that, right? Yep. So, the prosecutor's like, that's not like any res judicata I've seen. You got to have a jury trial. And there was none. So, on anything. And she's never sued for breach of contract in any other case. This is it. This is the one and only. So, show us where that is, Your Honor. How much did you get paid? Yeah, he's going to look into that, right? Well, that's back what he said back then. I'm going to look into that. How much did she get paid? Right? Judge Cummings went hunting with you. See, you guys have a big, huge criminal organization. So it takes a little longer to get a good, solid prosecution when there's this many people and this many victims. Right? Otherwise, you'd be in jail a long time ago. Right? Yep. So was OHP supposed to pull me over tonight and that Ace didn't get in the hole? Because you pissed everybody off, ruining my day tomorrow and pestering me all day today and taking all my money again. So everybody ranted and we got it. Yep, we heard about that. So it's been Broken Arrow, it's been TPD, it's been Manford. It's over and over and over. Look, I mean, I got thousands of these every time y'all talk about it. They have thousands of recordings of you talking about it that they play for me, which I type them up in an email. Pull her over constantly. Because everybody hates you, all of you. Because all you do is make trouble. All you do is cause problems and loss. Everybody's disturbed by you. Creeped out by you, uncomfortable with what you're doing to me. So, we're repeating ourselves again. All I asked you to do is leave me the fuck alone. I found out you trafficked me before you could actually traffic me. Because most of these women don't have any fucking idea what's about to happen. Just like the woman I showed the other night that went to Vegas, she had no idea what was about to happen. She thought she met this great guy who's going to give her a nice place to live and plenty of food. And he did. But she had to suck dicks all day for it. And that she did not want. And he didn't bother to disclose it up front. You didn't either. But there's cops that got me all this. They did. They did it for you. You're going to give back what you took. You're going to fix what you broke. You're going to get the fuck out of my life. Or it's going to be done for you. Okay? Through the normal legal process. You got it? I'm repeating myself again. That's getting very irritating for a whole lot of people, Mr. Perry. Did you not know that? Calvin? All of you guys. David? You are hated people. People hate y'all. We don't have problems getting this stuff. You do. Nobody will tell you shit. Nobody wants you to find them, Charles. We all want you gone. You don't live here. You weren't invited here. You don't live here. Where's Matthew and Jordan and your kid, your kids and your grandkids and Jacqueline, your wife, when you come up here and make everybody's life a living hell? Huh? Where are they? Leave me alone. You contact me, we get one of those. Every time you contact me, we get one of those. You never get a date. You don't have a cover-up. We get one of those. Every single time you contact me in any way, shape, or form, we get one of those. Okay? Every penny you take, Calvin, you think that's hot stuff, taking my money? We get one of these every time you do it. David, you ruin a job situation for me? We get one of those every time you do. It's different when you do it to me, but it's just like this every time you do it. The ace did not get put in the hole. We heard you say it. Did we not get the ace in the hole tonight? Did OHP not pull her over and make her go to Texas with Princess Cuckoo Bird and be trafficked? Were they supposed to make, golly? Yeah. Is that also retaliation because I helped a public servant in Oklahoma where I live who was trying to save my life? Huh? We expect Mike to get out of jail. And here's your choices. You're going to give back what you took. You're going to fix what you broke. And you're going to get the fuck out of my life forever. Or they're going to do it for you through the normal legal process. Your only choice is, do you do it or you want them to do it? We've always controlled the flow of information. Always. All these years, we control the flow of information, not you. We do. So, one last thing that we will let you control is, do you do it or do we do it? And if you do it, you can control how you get it you pay back what you took and fix what you broke and get the fuck out. And if they have to do it, they control that, how that happens. Do you understand? That's your only choice. You don't have any other choices. I do not want your house of horror in Houston. I am not going to suck your buddies' dicks. Your buddies will get the hell beat out of them. And then I'll be eating out of a dumpster in Houston. So if I'm going to have to eat out of a dumpster, I'm going to do it here, not in Houston. Because I'm not going to comply with what you guys do to these women. And if you know me, it's going to be like the Cheesecake Factory guy. Now you pissed me off, bitch. Because normally I'm going to unassign and leave and not deal with this drama. But you just pissed me off. So now I'm going to not leave until I get the lady her fucking cake. Period. You can push me to that point. But this, you have ruined my life. It's a whole different thing. This is about saving lives. This is about telling victims you're safe now. But I have that thing in me. I have that thing in me that will fight you till you wish you weren't born. I have made grown men cry. Trust me. But the thing is I don't bother anybody. But if you're hurting somebody, if you're hurting people, then I will. And I'll make you cry. I've made grown men cry many a time. And I'm not apologetic about it. That guy at Cheesecake Factory, fucking over a damn piece of cake, about to cry because I was mad at him. He wouldn't do his job. Did you not? That dude looked all... We thought we were going to have to call crisis management. Sir, you're upset here because I want you to do your job. We can call crisis management and talk to them about you stealing this woman's cake and about to have a nervous breakdown here right in front of everybody because I'm asking you to do your damn job. Yeah, it was something. I've not had that happen ever. I didn't know what to think about it. I did not know what to think about it. Yeah, I fell over a bush the other day. I'm like delivering somebody's food, and then I'm looking down at my phone. You got to mark that you delivered it and all that shit. So I'm doing that, and I'm walking, and I fucking fell all the way over a bush. I just walked like fucking, and I look up and I'm like, fuck, they have a doorbell camera. All of Charles Perry's people have a doorbell camera. So, because, you know, he takes pictures of you everywhere you go to say he's not stalking you. Yep, like this guy here. I'm going to take pictures of you everywhere you go so I can go to court and show all those pictures and tell the judge, oh, see, I'm not stalking her. I got pictures of her everywhere she goes. In Oklahoma, where I don't live. Hillbilly cover-up right there. That's what that is. Anyway, so I'm not going to accuse everybody who has a doorbell camera that orders from me. But you, let's wait till that goes to court and let it get all sorted out then. Which ones are random and which ones are your people? Anyway, I text the people. I'm like, please don't put that on TikTok, because there are people that just put funny stuff like that on TikTok. You know, look at my DoorDash guy, girl, guy, whatever, falls down trying to walk back to the car. But for you, it's stalking. It's different. It wasn't a random order. You get around an algorithm, so your people get my order, me as the driver, so you can take pictures, right, with the doorbell camera, and then go to court and say or there's an Instagram or something that you set up. I don't know anything about it. What's the deal with the Instagram? We keep hearing about that too. There's an Instagram, right? But it's not my account. You set it up. Yeah, I told you to take it down, but somebody was asking about it again the other day. Taking pictures of her wherever she goes, wherever she lives, so we can take it to court and prove to the judge we're not stalking her. See, judge, look at all these pictures we took of her in Oklahoma where we don't live. Yeah, you guys, it's called hillbilly cover-up. You don't have a cover-up. You don't have a real date in 13 years. Never had a date with me. Never will. And no cover-up. No, I mean, we're quoting you guys every fucking day. Nobody will tell you anything when you call around to try to find out the who, how, what, how. Yeah. We make sure you don't know that. There's a reason. They can continue to do their work behind the scenes. That's what the guy said. He goes, here's what I think. Do you think they have some equipment we can't find? Blah, blah, but you think they're turning it off? They can hear that we're fixing to do a sweep and they're turning it off so it doesn't show up. What are they doing? Yeah, and the guy said, I think that the chances are high you got a lot of leaks and that before Mr. Ms. Ortiz was able to tell anybody there even was an investigation. They were busy cultivating a lot of relationships to get leaks, informants. That's the guy's opinion. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's what he thinks. Right? Yep. See, we can get information and you can't because everybody hates you people and what you're doing. And they want it stopped. And our guys are hearing that more and more. Why is he doing this to her? Why does he ruin everything good? Why does he fuck everything up for her? And when are you gonna make him stop? It's hard to watch this. It's horrible to watch them do this to her all the time, every day. She has a whole lot better of an attitude than I would. So, we want you gone, Mr. Perry. That's why we can get information and you can't. It's not about that I want you to figure out who's helping me and make them stop. I want you stopped. Everybody does. You got 24 hours, David, to fix some stuff that you fucked up. And if you don't do it, that's fine, but make sure you can live with it. Make sure you can live with it. With what happens if you don't. You break something. You heard the Pottery Barn. You break it, you fucking fix it. You are a big boy when you broke it. You be a big boy and you fix it. Got it? And I mean, we're not asking you, we're telling you. You're going to do it or they're going to do it. You can choose. Did you want to do it or did you want them to do it for you through the normal legal process? That's your only choice right there. Always has been, always will be. Meantime, you keep trying to hurt me, we'll keep getting it. And the more we get, the easier it'll be to get a conviction. And Charles, you won't know who they are until they're at your front door. Okay? With the handcuffs. We don't have any problem getting information to make that happen because everybody's sick of what you're putting me through. Me and my family. Everybody's sick of it. This is not a date. This is felony after felony after felony. Life sentence after felony after life sentence. Lucius. What other victim got your name before they were trafficked? Yep. Keep that in mind. I did. You don't know me. You don't know who I know. You guys don't know anything about me. I'll tell you one thing. I'm the kind, though, that you put me in a room and you tell me you don't eat until you suck that guy's dick. I'll bite the dick off and I won't eat. And then I'll make you wish you hadn't met me. I'll make you wish you had never met me. I could unassign a Cheesecake Factory delivery that was all fucked up and not dealt with the drama queen manager that we had to deal with tonight. And I didn't. I got pissed and I was like, man, you're going to get this lady her cake and I'm not leaving until you do. Because every other restaurant in town does. And it is your problem. You are out of what she wanted. And you're going to do this. You're not going to make her sit on hold and call and go through all that trouble and then wait another 20-30 minutes for her food. You're gonna get some fucking cake. I didn't say fuck. You're gonna get her cake and you're gonna put it in the bag right now like everybody else does, and we're gonna go on to the next thing. When I left, he says, what is your name? And I looked at him and I go, Cynthia Ortiz. Would you like me to spell it for you so you can call DoorDash and tell them that I was upset that you didn't do your job and take care of the customer? Would you like that? I'm happy to spell it for you. Call them and tell them that I was very upset that you were unwilling to take care of the customer. And make sure they got their food and got it in time, in a timely manner. Do it. I dare you. Have at it. That's what I said when I walked out the door. The last thing I said to that guy. What is your name? My name is Cynthia fucking Ortiz. Right here. Would you like? I'm gonna spell it for you. Make sure you tell DoorDash that your feelings are hurt because I'm mad at you that you won't do your job. And we got a customer sitting at home waiting while you're sitting here arguing with me about not doing your job. The same job every other restaurant in town can do without any problem at all. Service the customer. That's it. They ordered a pie. They ordered a cake. You're out of the cake they want. Get them a different cake. Let's go. Everyone else can do it. Why can't you? You want them to call DoorDash? Sit on hold for half an hour? Tell them what different cake they want. Hope they have that one. What if they didn't have that one either? And then put the order through. Now it's all an hour later. They still don't have dinner. Yep, that's what he was asking me to do. And the customer too. I was like, oh, I don't think so. You got a whole cabinet full of cake. Go grab one. She told you which one would be acceptable. You put it in the bag and let's go. It was that pathetic. It was really, really pathetic. I could not believe it. And he wanted to call DoorDash to complain that I asked for him to do his job. That was his job. Every other restaurant in town has no problem with it. And I don't know why he did, but he did. I can't tell you countless orders where some restaurant is out of something. We call the customer. Is this okay instead? Sure. And they put the other thing in and we go. That's it. It's very smooth. Very, very smooth. No drama. This guy made all kinds of drama and they got mad because I hurt his feelings because I wanted him to do his damn job. Yeah, that happens a lot around me, doesn't it? TBD. Yep. You don't do your fucking job, it's gonna piss me off. Guess what though? It pisses everybody off. It's just like I'm vocal enough to say something. I promise you, other people are just as pissed off as I am. If you think they're not, you're off your nut. You're not all there. They are. They absolutely are. It's just that some people are too afraid of drama. I'll get in your face. I don't care. I don't care who you are. That's what I think. Lucky Mike said that. I think she'll get in your face about it because she's raised in the home of an elected official. And to her, it's just not a big deal. You got a different mindset when you're raised in the home of an elected official, the police chief. You don't have a problem getting in somebody. If somebody's got power, it doesn't bother you. You were raised in it. So you're a little more bold about telling somebody, look, this is not acceptable. And it needs to not happen. It's not acceptable. So I don't have any problem going up to somebody and, one time it was Christmas and I'm in Walmart and there's a line to China. And everybody's standing in line, grumbling and complaining, and I have stuff to do, and I got people at my house waiting for dinner, blah, blah, blah. And I walk up to the manager and I was like, do you see your fucking line here? Yeah. Okay, you got a bunch of empty registers. Yeah, nobody showed up for work tonight. And I looked at him and I go, then you do it. You open the cash register and you get the line moving. He did. And I mean, people were like, oh, thank you. They were so happy with me. You said what everybody was thinking and too afraid to say. But I'm not afraid to say it. I was a lobbyist. You can't be a lobbyist, a DC lobbyist, and be afraid to talk about the things that need to be talked about. So, Cheesecake Factory guy got his feelings hurt because he didn't want to do his job. TPD lets a stalker, sex trafficker, cop killer, allegedly, you give his police report right to the offender, then you could have got him on obstruction of justice and destruction of evidence, and you didn't. So you failed. You fucked up. And I've out-copped you already. I did catch this. Believe me, it's talked about. Guess who caught they killed a cop. Guess who caught it? Lynn. Nope, it wasn't Lynn. It was his kid. His kid caught it. I wasn't supposed to catch it, but I did, didn't I? Yep. Not a mark on him. You can't beat somebody to death while you're unconscious and in respiratory distress at all. But you sure shit can't do it and look like him. Knocked his head back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until his head came off his body. Chief Miller died of internal decapitation. He's accused of doing that. Beat him. Well, where's the bruises? There's no bruises. If you're in a fight, you're gonna have bruises. Where are they? I wasn't supposed to notice that. I was raised in the home of a police chief. Why wouldn't I? And why wouldn't I be bold enough to say something about it? I was raised in the home of police. My family was the power in the town where I grew up. So when you're raised like that, it just becomes part of who you are. You're not afraid to say something. So Tulsa police, everybody's mad because you didn't fucking do your job. Is that why you wanted OHP to pull me over, or Broken Arrow? Actually, I have been pulled over by 2 Tulsa police officers in the last 6 months. Both of them were very nice. They probably did take the information off my car and give it to Mr. Perry. I would hope that they didn't, but they may have. But they were very professional in the way that they schmoozed me while they got all that. Yep. Anyways, if that's what that was about. Anyways, So TPD actually has pulled me over twice in 6 months. Actually, they didn't pull me over. One time they didn't pull me over. One time I was at my guy's car lot dropping off a payment, but it was after I had been working all night. So it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I pull up to the lot and I hit my hazard lights and I'm writing him a note. Here's your payment. And a cop walks up to me and he's like, I'm trying to see what you're doing here. And I'm like, are you still, we got to call somebody who thinks you're trying to steal a car. And I go, sure. With my hazard lights on, I'm here parked with my hazard lights on, officer, because I'm going to steal a car. So, okay. What I'm here for is to drop off a payment, actually. See? And I show it all to him, and then he could see it. And it was like, okay, thanks, bye-bye. But he had, got the information off my car. I was at the car lot, making a payment on the car. The one you want to take. The one you tell everybody every day you're going to take. So, is that retaliation for me pointing out the fact that Mr. Neely doesn't have any bruises after having been accused of murder by beating somebody to death? You did it. What if we did the death penalty, Mr. Perry, where you get to die the way you made the victim die? What if you get to die by somebody beating your head back and forth until it comes off your body? What's easier? You die like that or you die by lethal injection? I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just something to think about. So, when we get information, it's because everybody's sick of this. Why wouldn't they be? It's deviant. It's outside social norms. It's a felony after felony after felony. It's sick. It's nasty. It's disturbing to everybody else who's normal. And you're not. You're not normal. So fix what you fucking broke. You ruined my Thanksgiving. Thanks for that. You ruined it last night because I had it all planned out. I'm going to pay this, work this many hours, and I'm going to probably make around this much money, and I'm going to go pay this bill. Then after that, I'm going to eat dinner, and then I'm going to work this many hours, and then I'm going to have enough money so that on Wednesday I can go buy some food for Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to work these hours to these hours so I can pay another bill, and then I'm all set. Thursday I can sit and relax and enjoy the Thanksgiving day, watch a movie, do some homework, and then Friday get up and go back to work. And you fucked the whole day up. So, because you didn't get the ace in the hole. And we get, is it OHP supposed to pull me over? Yeah, it didn't work out. We're sorry. Here's a tissue. We'll get you a tissue. You've devastated my life. No one gives a fuck about how you feel. Everybody hates you. All of you. And he's also not at home with his family. So everybody hates y'all. With a passion. With a passion. We can get information because of that, and you can't.
Feel.
He says, I've got pictures of you, because he's a stalker. Stalkers have pictures of the victims. And, anyway, and then he also says, I'm going to get you. Well, Mr. Perry tells me that all the time. I'm going to get you. It makes you want to slap him. If TPD would let me slap the fuck out of Mr. Perry and then go, well, we saw him hit a door. But they know I would do it in a heartbeat and wouldn't think twice about it.
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't
gonna
give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is that
the
a
whole fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
Does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that the
feel?
one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No.
I'm a stalker. I take pictures of you. I'm creepy. I'm a weirdo. It's a felony. You go to jail, you do it. Yeah, it's a lot worse than that with you. People are like, oh my god, these people killed it looks very much like they've killed a Supreme Court judge, a cop, at least one cop, and they're trying to kill her too. And then they wonder why she won't just go, oh sure, I'll come with you to your fucking weirdo house in Houston and suck your guys' dicks all day. Why would I do that? Why the fuck would I do that? It's like, these guys are just not all there. She's not going to do that.
Leave my family fucking alone.
She's not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I did find out beforehand. Remember that. How does information get from you to me? You'll not know until it's too fucking late.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't
gonna
give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
a
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? You're filming. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes. First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes. First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if...
Alright, so everybody's sick of you hurting people all the time. Calvin. We hear that all the time. That Calvin guy's a mean son of a bitch. Somebody needs a... It's about time he be stopped. He needs to be stopped. Him and that David guy just have gone at it and long before I got to Oklahoma. I didn't pick a fight with you two. I don't even know you two. I don't give a fuck who you are. What I will tell you is that when you pick one with me, we get more. Charles, every time you contact me in any form at all, I hate it. Stop contacting me, you fuck. Stop it. Get out of my privacy. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you want. I want you to shut up and be gone. More than anybody else does. You ruined my day. You ruin everything. You make everything fun unfun. No one is more anxious for you to be gone and not around to do that anymore than I am. If you think I'm trying to help you, you are crazy. You are fucktard. You're just fucktard. I don't want to help you. We all want you gone. Everybody's sick of this. You are the creepiest piece of trash I've ever met in my life. I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. I don't go out with a man if he's creepy. And you're both. I don't go out with sex offenders or cop killers. You forget who it is you're talking to. Sometimes when you start talking, you can tell, it's like he forgot who he's talking to. It's like he thinks I like him. Yeah, I pretty much made it clear I really don't. Hey, can't stand you. No one does. We can get information. You can't. No one will tell you shit, will they? Right? No one will tell you a fucking thing, will they? Nope. But we can get information easy. You know why? Because everybody's sick of this. And sick of you. I don't like you. I want nothing to do with you. Nothing. I want you to fuck off and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Over and over and over. You gotta repeat it. Over and over and over and over. Leave me the fuck alone. Those aren't hard words to understand. Act like you understand me. You guys always respond like you had no idea what we just said. It's so embarrassing.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want for this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, man.
Unless a woman's giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
All right, in TPD, you could have looked at my case and gone, he obstructed justice. Maybe innocently we gave the report over to Burson, who then he fucked it up. But the problem is that once he did fuck it up, there is a clear obstruction of justice case and destruction of evidence case and a perjury right there. And you didn't do anything about it. And then we got Lucky, who's murdered, and Mike, who's almost murdered. That's a clear attempted murder. You can't beat somebody up and have no bruises. You're gonna have bruises. No murder weapon was found in the room, and it didn't get up and walk out of the room itself, did it? So, they didn't say that they believed he was murdered by a weapon. There was no murder weapon found in the room. Somebody beat Lucky up. He died. They hit him so hard his head came off his body. Charles Perry, any kind of contact is gonna get us more. Is that what you want? Is it? It's like you do. Any kind of contact. You are creeping me out. Get out of my life. Stop contacting me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Fuck off. So, if you're looking at the same pictures that we all saw, and you can see that, I'm sorry, let me back up. So, there's a clear obstruction, destruction of, I didn't get a blood test to rule out or confirm arsenic. You saw the text from David. Everybody's seen them. They're all over the place. There's texts that are always all about stalking. That have nothing to do with political anything. Charles Perry's a small town, itty bitty podunk nobody. I worked in federal politics. I didn't do state politics. Mr. Perry, you're still contacting me, and I just said don't do that. So we're gonna get more. You did just ask for that. You fucked up my holiday. You fucked up my money. You're fucking up my jobs, and you're still contacting me, and I just said don't do that. And you're doing it anyway. And you're very creepy. You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're told on. So when we get more, everybody, Perry just asked for it again. He never gets a date out of that. He never gets a cover-up out of that. We get more. It's like that's what he wants. We don't even know what to do. We don't even know what to say to that. Okay, so you guys could look at Officer Neely's pictures and come to the same conclusion I came to. Right? Or did I out-cop you? It wasn't hard. I mean, come on with this. I'm raised in 4 generations of police. I have very high expectations of what police are supposed to do. And it is, tell victims you're safe now. Because we slayed your dragon. He won't hurt you ever again. And these bitches, that's all they do. All day is hurt people. Did you want to be part of the problem or part of the solution? Because you can't do both. You can't be both. Nobody's trying to pick a fight with you or get you all pissed off or whatever. All we're asking you to do is do your job. And you didn't do it. So now you got a lot of people mad at you too. They're mad at you too. People are dying. They're dying. And one of them was a cop. And Mike, I mean, as bad as my day's gonna be tomorrow, and it'll suck. There's a police officer sitting in jail, ripped away from his family, and their day's gonna suck worse. So when you tomorrow eat dinner with your families, please remember the cop who doesn't get to do that. And remember me, I don't get to do it either, but it's a lot worse for him, a whole lot worse. And you just didn't do anything, Richard. Didn't do anything. You called OHP and asked them to pull me over. I just didn't go where you wanted me to go. Harass the victim some more. She keeps catching the crime better than we are. Right? You know, you're gonna have to keep up with me. I'm not slowing down for you. I mean, I said I was gonna out-cop you. Is that what's happening? Is that what, did you just admit that that's what I did? By failing to look at Mike Neely's case and do what I did? I didn't have your help. Somebody's helping me. It's not you. You're okay with that? That's your best you can do in your career in law enforcement? I don't have any words for that. Charles, when you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more because it pisses everybody off. It's disgusting. You're creepy. You're not hot. You're not sexy. You're just fucking creepy. You're a nasty piece of trash.
That's okay. I don't care. Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Okay, so I'm gonna close with this. By the way, media, I guess, had said it doesn't sound like she's being stalked. It sounds like she's being trafficked. Does she know that? We were all questioning whether or not she knew that, and then all of a sudden we start seeing her emails come in that she is aware they're trying to traffic her. And we wanted to. That's when we're looking through it. As much information as we always have coming in, we knew she was being trafficked. This was not stalking. This was a whole lot worse than that. We weren't sure if she knew. And then it comes. We finally start seeing some emails come from her that she's now been made aware of the fact that they're trying to traffic her. It's a lot worse. I told you. She did confirm it. So, Mr. Perry, if you think you're fooling people, you really are dumb. You really are fucking dumb. Now, here's the way women talk about men when you're not around. We make fun of the creepy ones like y'all. Second of all, is that men who are men pick on men. You feel the need to be tough guy by picking on women. You are not men. You're girls. You're girly men, right? Mr. Perry, any contact from you gets me more because it pisses me off. I asked you not to contact me and you're doing it anyway. I'm repeating myself again, sir. You act like your responses are always very inappropriate to what was just said. You act like you did not understand me. Where everybody's needing you to act like you understand them, because you're about to be put in a nursing home. So, when we say, if you want to feel tough guy, then go to a biker bar and pick on a dude. But when you're picking on a woman, a girl, there's a bunch of you picking on one chick, a bunch of you. Sit around all day trying to make one chick, one woman, one girl fail. And you think that's tough guy. You know what we call that? Little man syndrome. Or teeny weeny is what that means. Now, if you don't like that, then go pick on men. If your mommy humiliated you as a kid and you're bothering us with that, go see a shrink. You got plenty of money. Go see a doctor. It isn't normal for a man to want to pick on a woman and pick a fight with a woman and beat a woman down and starve her. There's something wrong with you. They have doctors to help you with it. But you are not a man. You're not a man unless you go to a biker bar and you pick a fight with a biker guy, a dude, a guy. You're just princess, and that's it, and that's all. Now, if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but that's how girls talk about men behind your back. Right? That's a conversation between women. That one's not tough. That one's a girly man. He picks on girls to feel tough. He's weak and he's pathetic. Because dudes pick on dudes. Or you're not tough. You know, a college student could beat up a kindergartner. You didn't win any big award because you're so tough. Big college student beat up a kindergartner. I mean, it's kind of like that. You're not tough because you pick on girls, and there's a bunch of you going at me all the time. A bunch of you. Teeny weeny. So, when we talk about you behind your back, that's the conversation, like it or not. You live with it. You choose it. You're big boys. You're adults, maybe. You're just, I don't know. We got the new name, Teeny Weeny Queenie Club. Do you prove that out or not? That's your choice. So, but Charles, when you contact me, you leave me alone. You leave me alone. You'll make all my skin crawl. How you can translate me moving twice to get away from you and being the one person that catch your crime more than ever in your life into I got a ring that I would say, oh, okay, sure. What the fuck is wrong with you? That is wacky as it gets. I want nothing to do with you. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. Because you're pissing me off. I said leave me alone. I said leave me alone every day for 13 years. I moved twice to not ever have to hear from you again. To not ever have to deal with you and your whack job slow problem ever again. And you came up here and you bother and ruin and fuck up. And everybody's very, very tired of it. So we can get information about your one felony after another. And you can't find out how we do that. And you won't until they're at your front door putting you in jail. All of you. The more you get us, the easier it's going to be to do that. Act like you fucking understand what I just said.